Hi everyone, and welcome to week 15. So you have come a long way and you have done a lot of work, and you're going to be pulling it all together in your inquiry project portfolio this week. So looking ahead to this week, you can see you only have assignments due on Tuesday. Okay, so the first thing I'm asking you to do, if you haven't already, is to complete your course evaluation. So if you've already done that, that's great. Thank you for completing those. If you haven't, we need you to do those this week. They're very important to give feedback, especially this semester. And not just for our class, but for your other classes as well. Okay, so if you've done that, great, but we want to get full participation, and I saw that not everybody has completed the course evaluations yet, so please do that if you haven't already. The next thing you're going to do this week is an inquiry project portfolio checklist. So this is a Google form. Okay, so you want to think of your try to put yourself in the role of an outside audience member looking at your reader's guide and your entire ebook. So as I said here, any reader should be able to read any editor's ebook and find it extremely user-friendly. It should be understandable to someone outside of this class that did not read digital minimalism and doesn't know about the assignment. Okay, so it should be user-friendly. It should be understandable to any outside audience member. So when you're going through this portfolio checklist, put yourself in, try to get in the mindset of an outside reader, and does your reader's guide work well for that audience? And as you're going through, just kind of looking critically at your own reader's guide, you're looking for that each section of the reader's guide is meeting these requirements. Okay, so the form is broken down into the different sections, all the requirements that you need for each section of the entire inquiry project portfolio. The table of contents, acknowledgments, editor's introduction, collection of sources, glossary of key terms, about the editor, bonus features, okay? And submit that when you're done. So this checklist should guide you for the next week as to what you need to work on. So if you are not able to check something off, that's fine, but that's what you need to work on so that next Monday when you turn in your inquiry project portfolio, you're going to do this again and you should be able to check every box. Okay, so you'll submit that, and then you will use that inquiry project portfolio checklist to guide your revision plan. All right, so your revision plan is going to be, okay, what are you going to work on between Tuesday and next Monday, the 21st, when you turn in your inquiry project portfolio? So what are your specific revision plans? So something I've been noticing in the other revision plans is that people are starting to get a little bit vague in terms of what they're planning to work on. So if you say you want to add more information, what kind of new information do you need to add? If you want to make it more visually appealing, how will you do that? So don't just say that you want to do something, explain how you plan to actually do it. Okay, so if you have a content revision where you want your editor's introduction to be more personal, well, explain how you plan to make it more personal. Be as specific as you possibly can in this revision plan, because that will help you really nail down what you want to do going forward. Okay, and so you're turning that in, and then the rest of the week is your time to work on the assignment and looking at what you've done for that checklist. That's really meant to guide what you're going to do. So looking ahead to week 16, you're repeating that inquiry project portfolio checklist. And remember, this time you should be able to check every single box off before you turn it in. Okay, and then and I'm going to go ahead and just go over this right now because some people may have this done and want to turn it in early. If you have it done, want to turn it in early, that's great. That gives me more time to start grading these before grades are due. So let me just go over the inquiry project portfolio final assignments. So how are you going to turn this all in? Okay, so the grade for this includes your reader's guide assignment, and I've linked to the description there, the editor's projected inquiry, so that bonus feature, and then the afterward an interview with the editor, the other bonus feature. Okay, so there you will see a rubric below for how each of those is weighted in your grade. And remember that your ebook should have these different sections in this order. Okay, you may have other subheadings like in your collection of sources or editor's introduction, that's fine, but you need to have at least all of these in this order. All right, and then to turn it in, you're not going to turn in a link to your Google Doc. The reason for that is this is your final assignment. This acts as your final. And if you turn in a link to a Google Doc, you can continue editing it after you've turned it in, which we do not want. So when you are completely done, everything looks good, you like how it, your final product is when you go ahead and save it as a PDF. Okay, so there are instructions for how to do that. You're only going to be able to turn in a PDF for the final assignment. So that's all Canvas will let you turn in. All right. So again, this is not due until next Monday, but I'm going over it now so that you know how to turn it in. And if you are done early and want to turn it in early, that's great. Okay, so just to recap, for this week, you are just doing the, let me go back to week 15 here. You are just doing your checklist and the revision plan, and then next Monday is when the entire portfolio is due. So please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions that you have, and that's it. And I hope you have a great rest of your week.